knowledge of AI with deep business knowledge, domain knowledge, functional knowledge of the roles which you will be doing in the organization which you will be joining in. Whether they are in finance, whether they are in HR, whether they are in supply chain, whether they are in healthcare, because you will have the ability to apply AI intelligently into real world problems. I understand that is precisely what this program is designed to produce. Or a socket or a Gyani, these are some of the great startups which have developed great models for India. All these models got developed, got trained and are being used for inferencing right now on the same infrastructure which you have introduced 2 years back. Leadership. This is a lesson of how do you decide when the things are not clear. There will be moments when the right direction is very clear. Managers, when you join an organization or when you start your own startup, you'll get these moments every single minute. You do not have the right data, right evidence. You will have to take decisions. And if you develop that capability, and I'm very sure your program will be helping you in developing that capability, that is what will make you a true capable leader in this new AI era.
Leader, what is it that you think universities should do quickly in order to cope up with the challenges of AI, which they are not yet doing, basis all your experience of dealing with academic institutions? What should we do in a great time?
I think, Professor Mani, this is my reason of coming here and interacting with you was because this is the program I think every university should adopt. The word applied is very important, right? Just like you said, your BTech program is applied. The big part of that is applied and not just bookish knowledge. That is how we grew ourselves. That's how we equipped ourselves with our BTech degrees and all. But trust me, after I had passed my engineering college way back, we never knew anything ABC of what the industry is, how organizations work, how industry work, how it functions. Our industries or the companies we joined, they had to train us, they had to spend money on us. And today nobody has got that type of patience that they will in-source students as freshers and then they will train you for 1 year or 2 years because there's so much of supply of tools available. So the key part which you are doing, and you are doing a great, I think, service to all the students of yours by making them handle things. What I said in my speech is, please use real world problems. Please go, if you are getting a chance to work in companies, most welcome of course to come and do your internships in your task. We are building some great products, great deep AI products, and of course there are tons of companies who are doing that. Please use tools. Please insist on हमें किताबें नहीं पढ़नी है. That is one part of the thing. The theoretical thing is important. हमें actual world life पे काम करना है. So that is what you are doing, and that is something companies will trust me. And again the same difference. This is a contrast. किताबी नॉलेज पे जाओगे कोई नहीं लेगा. Applied knowledge पे लिया हुआ है सब लोग भागेंगे आपको लेने. And trust me, in the last 2 years, I am struggling to get the right set of people. मेरे को कोई भी ठीक बंदा मिलता है जिसने अप्लाइड एआई पे काम कर रखा है, जो एआई को यूज करके मेरे कस्टमर की प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर सकता है. नेक्स्ट डे आई ऑफर ए अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर. And you are the type of people. My entire Shakti Cloud team, by the way, I have lots of veterans in my company who are in their 50s, but my entire Shakti Cloud team who have developed my products and who are taking it to market are literally 2 years, 3 years, freshers. They joined me as freshers like you, and today they are driving my entire AI business. So you really have got a great chance. Use this product, this program of applied AI. This is what exactly what industry needs, and that's what you are absolutely doing right in the place.
Thank you so much for that positive feedback. Really appreciate it. And I hope you were listening very carefully. He also told you how you can get a job in your turn. Right? I hope you didn't miss that bit. So thank you so much, Sunil. I really appreciate the time that you spent with us. We'll be happy if you can spend a little more time out of your busy schedule as we progress into the panel discussion. May I request our CEO, Nitin?
We started off with the low-hanging fruits. We started automating the low-end jobs. Now, why middle management is being threatened is because we have, to a very great extent, automated blue-collar jobs. I'll give you a few very good examples from the real world. If you walk into the Seawoods Mall here, you would see a lot of retail, Reliance retail stores that are there. Earlier, the store manager, it was the job of the store manager to ensure who was arguably classified as a middle manager there, to ensure that all your clothes are properly stacked, you would go about, all the staff is in uniform, they are not idle. Now with the help of AI coming in, we have solutions which are video analytics solutions where we have the entire camera feeds being analyzed on real time. So I have a very big GPU based setup. I have 80,000 plus camera feeds coming in, which is doing this job. So I get an immediate alert. So the store manager would get an immediate alert saying, look, this section is not stacked. The staff here is not in uniform. The staff here is idling around. They are not actually attending to a customer, which was earlier sort of a middle manager job. So if you look at these job definitions now are getting changed. It is not that they have been threatened. Like I think most of the people here who are addressing you before me were saying, it's not about job loss, it is not about middle management being wiped out. It's only about, now we are looking at a newer world, so our ways of work will change, and that is what we need to adopt to. That is where applied AI will be, I think, very, very helpful.
Once again here to
That the traditional ways of career making are more or less over. I also narrated one of the episodes in my company that I hired a chef in my company. Of course, he was by profession, by academics, he was an engineer. And we trained him on GRC and he did fantastically well. So what you are asking, sir, is that now so industry is looking at people who are problem solvers. So your academics may not be that strong, doesn't matter. I have seen those days because I graduated in 1992. I have seen those days in my life where academics was the most prominent thing to be looked at a CV. Was first class near 80% you can apply in your company. Now those days are gone. Companies are looking at the problem solving skills. Because data आपके पास है, AI आपको answers दे रहा है. After that, do you bring your own element to apply that solution? That is what the industry will look at. So as long as you're a problem solver, you have thinking capacity, you will land up with a very good job. That is my take on this, sir.
So I'll not give you a solution, and this I'll speak in personal capacity, not from my organization. You feel only ChatGPT has your data, then you know. Telcos have more data about you than even you think about it. I can actually create your e-only today, let you know what you're thinking, what you're trying to buy with the data that I have, basis of what you're browsing through the day. Having said that, I understand where the concerns are coming. When AI started, like he was saying, the problem that happened was we all just went into that overload of collecting data, and there's a lot of data that people have collected, a lot of data that we should not have collected, a lot of data that we should have actually asked the customer before collecting. The industry now is maturing. You have your DP Act coming in. There are other initiatives that have been taken. The industry now is maturing enough to ensure that we consult the customer as to what data we are collecting and what we are not collecting, what he's comfortable in sharing, what he's not comfortable in sharing. But yes, the data, a lot of data is collected than possibly you could even think of.
Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. The whole problem over here is with the centralized servers. It is not a chat GPT or a particular AI collecting just hanging in on
There
centralized
is one, I think before he answers. Good. So there is one basic nature of this entire application, that the data has to be centralized for your LLM models to be continuously being trained on it. So that was one of the points. I think if you want to add something.
Definitely, I want to say one thing. He's just for information, Director General of Cyber Security Association of India. That's his role. So the question is best answered by him. I just want to remind us of one thing. Inevitably, if I want to know my bank balance, I don't need to go to the ICICI website. I just look at the SMS that I last received from the telecom service provider whose number is registered with the bank. So when I want to know my bank balance, I just go to the last message I received from my bank through Geo. And here we are talking about data. So your point is valid. Solutions could perhaps come from the big boss.
See, I've worked in all the ministries by now. Healthcare, Health Ministry, Power Ministry. I've worked for RBI. In fact, I'm a visiting faculty to Reserve Bank of India. Also, if you take any other industry, defense and aerospace, I'm almost there. So, every data is available with every industry or every organization. And believe me, it started from a small thing which is nothing but your Google account. Did you ever think of why Gmail is required to log into an iPhone or an Android phone anytime? What is it doing inside our system? Why are we giving the access? Whenever we download any sort of application, it says sign in with Google or sign it with Facebook or sign it with Meta or any other thing for that matter. Anything you're doing, your heartbeat, your pulse rate, how many steps you have walked. Even 15 years ago, where were you on some particular date or some particular point of time, I can tell you that. Even I can tell you what was your BP 10 days ago at what time. I can also tell you what kind of food did you eat. I can tell you what mode of payment did you exactly use to make the payment at the restaurant or the hotel. Which car did you use? Which vehicle did you use? Did you use cab or whatsoever? So believe me, it's we those who are giving the data, it's not the companies. Companies are very smart that they have, a cabbage-like structure. They have shells, they take out your data. The only thing is, you are the owner, you're the custodian of your own data. So start protecting it. Even for that matter, believe me, I can give you a classic example of my research and my tenure at National Health Authority, Ayushman Bharat. I was raising a security operations command center way back in 2021. And all of a sudden in 2022, I started receiving some sort of alerts and, security operations is something where exactly you have got intel also which comes from various sectors and also, various sources and IOCs. So I figured out there is some discrepancy. And again, we had a discrepancy after 2 months. I reported that because my job is to report. Whether to mitigate or not, that's another agency which is supposed to take care of. Who is the custodian of that particular server? Immediately after 2 months, I figured out that there was an incident. How did it happen? And why did it happen? If you think it's all about that was a fight about the clinical data of some BBIP who visited AIMS in that particular duration. So these are the kind of things which do happen. We are the people, those who have been giving the data, every single data related to your healthcare, your medicine, your every bit of information, even for that matter, your OTP, next upcoming OTP, I can challenge you, give me 10 minutes and I can tell you, after a couple of days, what will be your next OTP you will receive on which platform, I can give you that particular data. Believe me. So this is what exactly happened.
Sunil mentioned in his talk that AI cannot fully replace the human intelligence. Correct? AI cannot build empathy towards each other, right? Because you ask a question, it will answer you. Will the empathy come? So human interaction, AI will never replace, and that is a strong point. And one more thing, if you allow me to add, is that if you really want to make your career, you need to identify the problems of the society and be a problem solver in life. You will have a career anywhere across the globe. As long as you can identify the problems and you are able to solve the problems, your career will always be flourishing.
I think I really appreciate what he said, and this is something academic institutions, government, and several such technology-based forums. One career assumption that students should stop making. One career assumption students should stop making or stop believing.
Being genius within a couple of days.
Alright? So no
Because
fast
you
food
cannot be a
solutions.
master.
Yeah. No fast food solutions. You can't be a genius in a couple of days. You need to actually master. And it's not a factor of how soon you master, but it's a factor of have you actually mastered. Gone are the days you will say that I finished this book in 3 days, and another person says, "Arey 3 mahine se padh raha hu, kuch dimag mein nahi ja raha hai." No one's bothered. Have you actually mastered? And I appreciate what you said, Vijayan. That was something wonderful. Yes.
Black t-shirt. use AI. So we had Sunil Gupta, who co-founder and MD of Yota Data Services, who spoke about how do you apply technology. He was also talking about how important thinking is and how your brain cannot be replicated by and understand your domain deeply enough for extracting the best out of AI. So whatever you learn, maybe it's theoretical, maybe it's conceptual, but that learning, which is part of your domain, is equally important. We had Prashant who spoke about problem-solving skills, which are very, very crucial, and how we need to keep upskilling in order to even, apply AI in our workplace. Gaurav from Cloud Platforms from Jio spoke about automation of blue-collar jobs, and he again spoke about upskilling, which is essential in today's times. So actually, we could see, everyone echoed Sam Altman's quote, which says that AI is not going to replace human intelligence, but those humans who know AI will definitely replace those who do not. We had Upendra Upadhyay from METI, who aptly said that you will be responsible for your progress in career. So discipline and self-development plan for learning will help you tremendously to grow in your career. Parth from Lead Enterprise, he said that you become more relevant with applied AI. That is, you can create the relevance, and this was applied AI, of course, will be a great chance to power your career. So this launch of MBA Applied AI, I'm sure is going to make a big difference to all those students who would opt for this as a specialization in their MBA. Vijay from CSAI emphasized that technology would give you an edge, but he said that consistency in learning is very essential to understand what's important in today's times and upskill yourself accordingly.
Today's event is what all about?
So this event is about launching MBA in Applied AI, and this is part of ITM Business School, which comes under the ITM Skills University. The very purpose is to keep pace with industry. अगर आप देखें तो industry is moving so fast in technology and progressing so fast in artificial intelligence. And can education also be that fast in innovation? So I think that's where we have made a difference. ITM Business School has come up with this MBA in Applied AI and made a difference in terms of aligning education to industry needs.
So what was the thought behind coming up especially with this program? How it is different from other programs which is going on MBA regular courses?
So I'll take. So the reason behind launching this program is very simple. The times have changed. Earlier it used to be only you study domain specific knowledge, but right now along with domain specific knowledge you need to know about a lot of AI related skill sets, like lots of things that today's panel discussion and today's event we all were discussing about. So many, every day in day out there is a lot of changes happening in the industry, and industry is not able to cope up with how do we implement AI in-house into our programs. And to cater to that demand and to cater to that basic requirement, we guys have ITM Business School has come up to launching MBA in Applied AI. It's an MBA iConnect in Applied AI, fully connected with industry, taught by industry people, and end of the day, our students are going to get internships in the industry to solve the very core of it, that how to implement AI in the businesses.
So as we are talking about only like making entrepreneurship, not only on jobs, entrepreneurships are talked about, like we have to bring students to entrepreneurship. So how this AI will help?
So if I have to answer that, it's very simple. The more students are able to learn about AI technologies and skill, what AI brings to the table is AI brings a lot of speed. AI brings a lot of efficiency. AI can get you a lot of things to be done very fast. So if that's the thing which is possible, so any individual who is looking forward to start their own company or looking forward to start their own venture, they will be helped a lot with the help of all these AI tools that they are learning in the program. And the thought process, the very own thought process कि मैं कोई भी domain से हो सकता हूँ, but end of the day मैं कोई भी domain में जाके मैं AI के through कोई भी चीज़ solve कर सकता हूँ. That thought process, once it is seeded into our student, that thought process is very much as a seed of starting their own venture.
Yeah. I would like to add here that ITM Skills University has an entrepreneurship cell, and students who are interested in incubating their ideas, they are given an opportunity to be part of the incubator. We also provide seed funding for those good ideas. I mean, those ideas which can actually be, which can culminate into a business venture. And we give them a platform at ITM itself to start their businesses. So I think entrepreneurship is something that we believe in. We thoroughly believe in creating job creators. There are job seekers, but I think building job creators is something that's part of our DNA.
Can you
Yep.
tell us more about this course and how, when it's going to start and what are the duration for this?
Okay, so this MBA in Applied AI is a 2-year long program, and this 2-year long program is starting June 15th is our inauguration for this particular program. It also runs in the similar manner like how ITM Business School is running MBA iConnect. This is also an MBA iConnect program with Applied AI as a specialization, which is a new entrant to the entire MBA iConnect specialization family. And students can enroll into this. We are looking for a very small batch to start with. We are looking for around 30 students to start with this entire program. These 30 students can go to itm.edu/MBA. That's the URL. So anyone can search MBA Applied AI, ITM MBA Applied AI. They will be able to find our URL on Google. They can go and inquire now and apply now on that same portal. And we do a small interview. I mean, our selection process is very rigid. We are not accepting everyone. We do filter students before we take them to this program, because the rigor is such that the student need to have some basic understanding and knowledge about technology. So we take a entrance test and an interview. Post our entrance test and interview is done, if a student is found eligible, they are given offer letter to join the program based on AI. Our other specializations have subjects of AI, but this specialization is completely 90% AI and 10% other things that we teach in the business school.
Sir, what will be your suggestion or views to the student message to? So this course is one of a kind. Why? Because it focuses predominantly on applied side of AI. So there is a fear when you say I want to learn AI. People have the fear of they have to learn Python, they have to learn coding, they have to do so many mathematical algorithms. So this is a completely different approach altogether. So it is applied. That means you have to master the already built applications suited for various industries. So applied approach of this course makes it unique, industry ready, and I am very optimistic that the students who will be doing this MBA program will be more industry ready and have a definite edge over the others when it comes to all the industries, and especially for the blue collar jobs. So that will help them remove that 10-15 years of management gap to have an edge over the others.
Sir, like you dealing with daily with the government bodies, so how this will help students basically, just wanted to know and about this courses.
See, first of all, as everybody has mentioned right here, that it's a unique course, and definitely it is one of its kind. Basically, MBA specialization with artificial intelligence. So the students right here would be learning the technology as well, and also they would be learning, the business aspects of it. So once they have a thought process of business with a combination of technology, they will understand what is the need in the market and what kind of products can be made and how the problems can be sorted in the society, and they can come up with the solutions. And in the coming future, they might be able to support the government in various forms, by tools or by consultations or by any other means. So this is going to help them in these manner.
Prashant's answer. No?
Yeah.
Sir, your take on how students will be beneficial for this after doing this course? Or
Yeah, exactly. The thing is, nowadays AI already take place in the industry and the corporates, right? And the way of working due to the AI is literally getting changed. So once student avail this kind of the courses or able to do this kind of the courses by having their understanding of the business plus the technology, it's really going to be very useful. And this course title is also chosen very carefully, like MBA in Applied AI. Applied AI is particularly for solving the particular business problem rather than going the generic all about the AI and what's the AI, what are the frameworks of the AI. It's not a generic, it's a so detailed one, and it's constructed in the very well manner that every aspect of the applied AI is going to be considered. And once the student is going to avail this kind of the degree from the university, then it's really useful and they can make themselves relevant to market.
you said your take on how students will be beneficial after
See, there are
doing
two
this
things in life. One, that we learn something, but we do not know how to apply that. So when you are being taught that what is applied AI, so now the gap is that people become MBA in 2 years of timeline, but they do not know. Once I land up with a job, what I am going to do in that job. So this course is designed in such a manner that while doing the 2-year program, the student will become a ready-made product for the industry, and that is the beauty of this program. Because the beauty lies in the AI, applied AI. There could be many courses, undergrad also and grad also on AI. But the student does not know what do I do after learning for 2 years, right? And traditional MBAs do not make you managers also. That's the policy of the industry. And this one course, I was talking to Mani sir yesterday also, that's the beauty of the program, that I am giving industry a ready-made product. You don't need to train my guy. He's a trained guy. You can just plug and play. That's how the beauty of the program lies.
And you have written that AI is no longer future concept. I've turned to Mr. Vijay sir for this. So how you look at AI, because you have already told about kind of encyclopedia about from beginning from 60s to 70s and you're coming there. How should I apply this word that cigarette smoking injures to health? So in future, will the AI will have that kind of injures to human being?
It's quite a tough question for me, definitely to answer. But yes, I would say that technology is definitely going to increase, and every single day we have to improve ourselves by learning. That's the only way out. And AI definitely is having the larger data sets at this moment, and organizations are developing various other data sets for their learning, and they are having various kind of data. But again, as we see the population, as we see the digital devices increasing more and more every single day, the data is getting accumulated, and then definitely AI is going to perform on a larger scale. And not only that, the biggest threat what I see at this moment is already the people, those who have been practicing quantum techniques. Quantum, they have already started hooking up the data from everywhere, and they have started collecting and accumulating the data somewhere for learnings. And eventually they will use quantum along with AI in coming future, and that will become a threat, because at this moment they are unable to decrypt those kind of data what they are hooking up. But at the later stages, when quantum is going to get ready with the help of AI, with the infusion, they will definitely break it down, and all the classified data which is still encrypted will be decrypted. So learning is a process. We have to learn, we have to safeguard ourselves, and we have to move on to the next
Can I
level.
add to what he said?
Sure.
There are two aspects. A knife can cut somebody's throat. A knife in a doctor's hand can save someone's life. So
Absolutely.
ethical AI is what we need to practice. If you practice ethical AI, then most of the challenges that they are talking of will be nullified.
Data poisoning
Yes.
definitely has to be controlled, as Sunil Gupta ji also mentioned, that it has to be in a controlled atmosphere. There should be fencing to it always. So controlled, structured, and right mannerful AI is going to always help the society, and unstructured data in AI will definitely spoil everything.
Can I add something?
Yes.
So that is the one other aspect as well. So in the nutshell, I can say that if you are using the AI for your personal use or any kind of the free AI, then the key message is like you can use that with your awareness, And when we are talking about a particularly applied AI, where is AI is using for the particular purpose, we as a industry people have a particular tools and techniques as well as the framework and the architecture where we can control that what can we do with the data privacy and the protection, how we can protect our data based on the server, particular server architecture, based on the particular security fencing. So there are the many layers because there we know that how to place the architecture in the right place for our data privacy and the protection, because whenever any new technology introduced or taking the baby step, it's always a challenge that how we can manage our proper data privacy and the protection. But we have to work parallelly with the legal compliance and and also at the same time we have to implement the technology. We cannot just implement the technology and we can put aside that what the legal and compliance has to be not avoid.
Always remember that the first use of any kind of technology is being done by the bad actors in the society.
Yeah.
We call them either the hackers or any negative person in the society. They are the first people, those who will definitely use the technologies, and then to defend ourselves and to defend the infrastructures, definitely we will also try to use that.
So can you give a good message for the people for future wise?
My kind message to the society and the people, the citizens of India and global citizens basically, is to limit the data transfer, limit the digitalization, limit everything. Whenever you are making a move, try to first of all understand the consequences of sharing the data, where exactly they are sharing and how they are sharing and in what form, because any kind of data at this moment they are sharing can be very, very critical and hazardous for their own future. So just learn the simple basics and keep learning every single day about the technology, because we have a time bomb in our hand. We buy this, so ultimately it becomes our responsibility to learn about this again, how to protect ourselves, how to protect our systems. These are the basic steps. So one has to learn the basics first.
Thank you very much to everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You have smiles on your face.
इसलिए हम लोग स्माइल नहीं कर रहे.
AI specialized course in MBA which we have launched today.
The entire focus about this course, which we have launched today, the MBA in applied AI. See, everybody knows about AI, everybody is reading about AI, everybody has a lot of wrong notions about AI. So this course is mainly to equip our graduate students who have perhaps a background in computers, a background in management, they could even have a background in health sciences, mainly with how AI tools can enable them to work more efficiently. Today there's a lot of fear about AI. We want to use this course to not only eliminate all these fears, but actually teach them the practical tools which they can implement right from their projects and when they went to get their jobs.
So what was the thought behind?
Okay. The main thought, and I'm glad you asked because that was my second part, is industry has been telling us very often that we want people who are better trained in AI. So when I spoke to Sunil Gupta of Yota, who's known to me, the focus was we want trained people who can start contributing with sufficient knowledge of AI tools. Otherwise, when they reach the company, then they are trained. And आज के ज़माने में शायद किसी के पास time नहीं है. They want trained manpower. So that was the reason.
This is a unique course which you have launched.
This is the first time, in my opinion, anybody has launched this program in India. And I'm sure many more will offer. And I'm fine with it because I think the community and the society needs people who have expertise in applied AI.
New students who will be enrolling and they will be looking for career. So how it will be helpful for them in the career growth as well as entrepreneurship, what we talk in the discussion.
Sure. So two things will happen. By the time they pass out,
I think AI will have matured in the country, cyber security would have matured, all control mechanisms will be in place. So they'll be reaching a world which is better equipped to put AI into practice. And that's exactly what this course will aim to achieve. Jobs will be available in IT sector, jobs will be available in banks, jobs will be available even in government. And you saw all the government representatives also talking about. Once they are skilled in applied AI, jobs will not be a problem.
So using AI, there is a lot of fear of misuse of data. So what is your thought on it?
I feel our data has already been misused for the last 20 years. Right from the time we started having a credit card account, giving all our details, right from the time the telecom companies are sending SMSs for every purchase we make. Today, if I go to a mall and buy something, within 10 minutes I get a message that, thank you for shopping with us. Our data, is all open. Everybody wants Aadhaar for every transaction. It's again in the open domain. Everybody is now asking for license. So many people don't give Aadhaar, they want to give license for ID proof. I think data is already in the public domain. We have to only hope and pray that it is not misused. To ensure it is not misused, we be very careful about spam mails, fake mails, mails soliciting information. We have to be responsible. I will not blame somebody for a mistake that I make.
How easy it will be process for enrolling for this course for the graduates?
So any graduate can apply. We will have a basic screening process, a test which is just an eligibility. And once they demonstrate their interest to one project or so, we will take them. I don't think admission for a sincere student will be a problem because we have never eliminated students based on marks. We only look at competence, we look at passion, we look at interest, and then we take the students. So I don't visualize any difficulty. We are hoping to have 30 students, but we have decided कम भी हो, we are going to start. कहीं तो शुरुआत करनी है. एंड हर चीज़ कमर्शियल नहीं होता है, कुछ सोसाइटी के लिए करते हैं, कुछ प्रोफेशन के लिए करते हैं. आवर MBA प्रोग्राम ऑलरेडी हैज़ 400 स्टूडेंट्स एनरोल्ड अक्रॉस डिफरेंट स्पेशलाइजेशन. तो ये एक एडिशनल स्पेशलाइजेशन हम लॉन्च कर रहे हैं. द होल MBA प्रोग्राम स्टार्ट्स अराउंड जून एंड जुलाई फर्स्ट वीक, and by that time I think we will have our batch in place.
Any message to the students who wants to enroll?
To this program, I would generally like to give a message to students in general that please be passionate about whatever you want to do. If you want to be a web designer, be passionate. If you want to be a gaming expert, be passionate. You want to be a banker, be passionate. Don't do something because दुनिया करती है. जो अपने को पसंद है, जो अपने दिल को अच्छा लगता है, वो करो. जो करो सही करो. Be completely passionate about it. So this is one general piece of advice. Second, अपना करियर अपना है. जैसा अपने बर्थडे अपना है, अपना गोत्र अपना है. Our career is ours. We should not do something because somebody else is doing it. And lastly, those who embrace AI will succeed better than those who do not embrace AI. For me, AI is now becoming like PowerPoint, Excel, Internet, WhatsApp. It is a way of life. So understand that and take it along with you happily. AI को अपना दोस्त बनाओ, मुझसे दोस्ती करोगे, and I think life will be very easy.
So coming to the course, it is going to be a unique course. As now you already mentioned, who will be the faculty for this? And
Okay.
How this is kind of.
Sure. I would look at it this way. We have a good complement of faculty in our engineering and technology domains in ITM itself. I told you we're 35 years old and our engineering program is over 5 years old. Our technology management programs are around 25 years old. I would use a combination of 50% of our own faculty, and you have seen the industry partners whom we got today. For a small program like this, we had 7 people. So we will be depending on their support and their expertise and their wisdom also. So it will be both. We will do a lot of course hybrid so that students can learn from where they are. Every student who enrolls into this course is going to get their own MacBook, which will be connected to all the learning systems and the learning processes of ITM. So for them, learning from anywhere is possible. There will be a lot of projects, there will be a lot of internships, and most importantly, there will be classroom based group projects, because घर बैठे तो हर चीज़ नहीं हो सकता है. वो पैंडेमिक में हुआ था, मजबूरी थी. Today we would like to bring them to the classroom and have peer-based learning with the faculty, but also using latest modern technology tools. If you visit our classrooms, they are not made like classrooms, they are made like laboratories. All the students' laptops are connected to the main LED screen. They can project, they can see each other, they can talk to each other. So we have made learning technology enabled. So that will be a key differentiator for us as far as this program goes. Thank you. नहीं, मैं समझता हूँ एटलीस्ट हाफ द कोर्स उनको कैंपस में ही करना है, बाकी आधा वो प्रोजेक्ट करेंगे, इंटर्नशिप करेंगे, कंप्यूटर बेस करेंगे, या फिर हम आईआईटी से एक प्रोफेसर को बुलाएंगे, वो वहाँ से क्लास लेंगे, बच्चे यहाँ अटेंड करेंगे. तो कहने का मतलब है कि ब्लेंडेड रहेगा, हाइब्रिड रहेगा, लेकिन क्लासरूम में आना ज़रूरी है. ये डिस्टेंस प्रोग्राम नहीं है, ये करस्पॉन्डेंस कोर्स नहीं है, ये कॉलेज बेस्ड कैंपस बेस्ड कोर्स है, लेकिन सारी सुविधाएं रहेगी कि भाई बच्चों को अगर आने